Hey everyone, Dr. Shaikh here from the Dentalist. In this video, we're going to cover Chapter 26 of McCabe's Applied Dental Materials, Temporary Crown and Bridge Resins. Temporary crowns and bridges, also called as provisional restorations, are not just placeholders. They're essential for protecting prepared teeth, maintaining occlusion, and helping patients function comfortably while waiting for the definitive restorations. We'll go step by step through the introduction, requirements, available materials, and properties exactly as outlined in McCabe. And as always, if you want personal help with dental materials, make sure you check out my one-on-one coaching. And I would highly recommend that you also get the dental materials crash kit. It will help you in preparing for the exams. Links are in the description. So let's talk about temporary crowns. Temporary crowns and bridges are used after tooth preparation for crowns and bridges to protect the pulp and dentin. It is also used to maintain tooth position and occlusion and to allow normal speech and mastication. It's also used to evaluate aesthetics and patient adaptation before the restoration is given. They may be used for a few days in emergency cases and even for several weeks in complex restorative cases. And it could also be given for months in implant or periodontal therapy cases. So the requirements for a good provisional restoration are that it should protect the pulp and dentin, sealing exposed dentin to prevent bacterial and thermal irritation. It should also maintain periodontal health, proper contour to avoid plaque retention and gingival irritation, and it should also restore function, allowing normal chewing and speaking. Provisional restoration should also help maintain aesthetics, particularly in the anterior region. It should maintain the tooth position, preventing drifting or over eruption, and it should be easy to fabricate and remove. That's the important point, without damaging the prepared tooth or adjacent structures. It should have adequate strength to withstand occlusal forces during the provisional period as well. So now that you know what we are expecting from temporary crown and bridge materials, let's see what materials are available in the market. So the materials for temporary crowns and bridges are usually acrylic or composite-based resins. Main categories include polymethyl methacrylate, PMMA resins. They are traditionally used, have high aesthetics, they have good polishability, and have high exothermic heat during polymerization, which is a risk to the pulp. Significant polymerization shrinkage is also a problem. The other material we have is polyethyl or polybutyl methacrylate resins. They have lower heat of polymerization, less shrinkage than PMMA, lower strength, and surface hardness is a drawback. Then we have Bis-Acryl composite resins, two paste systems. We have base and catalyst. These have lower exothermic reaction and lower shrinkage. They have good aesthetics and surface finish, but they're more brittle than PMMA. Then we have light cured composite resins. They are single paste systems, immediate setting on command when you show the light, and they're ideal for short-term provisionals or small repairs. Mechanical properties you should know about is that polymethyl methacrylate is good. It has good strength, but it has high shrinkage. Approximately 6% shrinkage. Then the Bis-Acryl composites have less shrinkage, around 1 to 2%, but they're more brittle. Then we have polyethyl or polybutyl methacrylate, but their drawback is that they're low in strength. Thermal properties. PMMA produces significant exothermic heat during setting, so it must be carefully managed to avoid pulpal injury. Under biocompatibility, we should know that they're generally well tolerated. Unpolymerized monomer may cause irritation, as we all know, so we must ensure that the polymerization is complete before we get it in contact with the tissues. Aesthetic-wise, PMMA and Bis-Acryl composites offer good shade matching. Methacrylate resins polish well for smooth surfaces as well. Bis-Acryl and light cure systems allow fast, clean fabrication with minimal finishing. PMMA requires more finishing and polishing. So a clinical tip that I would give you here is that you should always line the preparation with a separating medium if fabricating directly in the mouth. We have to remove excess material before complete polymerization to prevent gingival impingement. Finish and polish to minimize plaque retention. If long-term temporization is needed, consider reinforced PMMA or Bis-Acryl for better durability. Now to summarize, temporary crowns and bridges are essential for pulp protection, maintaining tooth position, restoring aesthetics and function, and it also allows patient adaptation. PMMA offers high aesthetics and strength, but has high shrinkage and exothermic reaction. Bis-Acryl composites and light cured systems are easier to handle and shrink less, but they may be more brittle. So proper contour, finish, and biocompatibility are essential for periodontal health during the provisional period. So all the temporary crowns and bridges we introduce in the mouth have to be safe for the periodontal tissues. They cannot do any damage to the periodontal tissues. Otherwise, the final restorations are really going to suffer. All right, now let's jump to the common exam questions and then we'll answer them together. So what are the main functions of a temporary crown or bridge? By now you should know. They are used to protect the pulp, restore aesthetics and function, maintain tooth position and occlusion, and allow patient adaptation before the final restorations. Can you name the two disadvantages of PMMA as a temporary crown material? High polymerization shrinkage, and number two is higher exothermic reaction. How does Bis-Acryl composite differ from PMMA in polymerization characteristics? So Bis-Acryl composites have lower polymerization shrinkage, about 1 to 2%, and it has lower exothermic reaction, making them safer for pulp tissue. Why is contour important in provisional restorations? So proper contour prevents plaque accumulation, keeps the contacts closed between teeth, and protects gingival health. Which temporary crown material is best for quick short-term provisionalization? Light cured composite resin due to immediate setting and ease of use. What precaution should be taken when fabricating a PMMA provisional directly in the mouth? We should use a separating medium to protect the tooth and tissues and manage the heat to avoid pulpal injury. So my friends, that's chapter 26 for you. If this was helpful, please like the video and subscribe for the rest of the series. And for deeper understanding and exam prep, check out my one-on-one coaching sessions and the dental materials crash kit as well. It's waiting for you in the link in the description. Next, we're moving to chapter 27, requirements of dental cements for lining, base, and luting applications. See you there.